Everyone, this is Amanita. So in our pick-a-pile reading today, we're going over who are my ancestors. So make sure you meditate upon the question so you can choose your pile or multiple piles. In our first pile, we have a little rose quartz. The second pile is a butterfly. The third pile is the feather. And the fourth pile is the green calcite. So the timestamps will be in the description, and I'll see you there. Also, thank you to everyone who likes the video, who comments, who subscribes to my channel. I really am grateful and I appreciate it a lot. Thank you very much. Hello everyone who chose the rose quartz. So let's see, who are your ancestors? Six of Cups may be saying that this is someone that was very close to you in the past, that you knew well, or you might even live in this person's own home. These ancestors might be surrounding you in your home at this time, or they were relevant in a previous home that you had, or a location that you lived in. Maybe your ancestors owned the land, or they're related to you in some way. And maybe they're possibly still around you. They're still lurking around kind of this area in this house that you're in. And we have abundance and dreamer 4, the dancer queen, I'm picking up a really feminine energy right now, the Miriam sacred vision. Choose to forgive in order to heal. See the light in all. Remember that love has no boundaries. It seems as though that some of these ancestors are in the process of forgiveness right now. And to see, because I'm also seeing with the abundance coming up here, with remember that love has no boundaries, and seeing abundance here, it's like really the abundance of love. I feel like your ancestors do send you a lot of love. If you take the time to just relax and tune into it and try to speak with them, these ancestors really love you and they try to send you a lot of love. They really wish for healing on you right now. They send you a lot of motherly energy, a lot of nurturing energy, and they really are around you a lot of the time. They're very close to you. I don't know, as this is a general reading, if this is someone who you were familiar with, who has passed away, who's now around you, and they really love you, and they're really wanting to bring the best to you. They're really trying to bring you a sense of healing and comfort, and a place of like a feeling of belonging. Very loving and motherly energy though, whoever is coming through. So these ancestors feel really strong about forgiveness and speaking your truth and being authentic overall. When it says gift of truth and we have the throat portal, speak your truth, these ancestors are really outspoken. Whoever they are, they stand up for what is right, and they stand up for what they believe in and what's fair. And they're in times where you are scared, they really send you their love. They really pour you their heart. They really send you their loving energy. At times when you're in your room and you're scared, or wherever you are and you're scared, they're always there for you. Yeah, these ancestors are overflowing love. They're very loving and motherly energy. A very like divine feminine type of energy. They come through in meditation, they come through in your dream state, they come through in visions. They may say things to you that you may hear sometimes, and they may send you visuals clairvoyantly if you pay attention to any symbols or sigils around you. They communicate with you in that way. Is a lot of vision though, a lot of vision, They may send you messages clairvoyantly, and they may send you messages clairaudiently through their actual words, even if you don't know it's them. Because these ancestors really want you to rise above and soar, kind of. They are very... They are really compassionate for you when they see you scared, and they really want you to rise above all your past issues. But these are very nurturing ancestors. Whoever is around you right now, they really love you, and they're very motherly, nurturing, feminine energy. There might be multiple ancestors around you too. Maybe a couple, or two women. I am getting a sense of multiple women around you. A lot of like matriarchy. I don't know if maybe your ancestry was one of like a matriarchy, a lot of women, because it's like kind of feminist energy, activism type of people. These ancestors were about standing up for themselves and speaking their truth, and they would do it at any cost because they really valued their freedom. But it always came from a place of love, and it always came from a place of compassion, everything that they did. As they did see the light in all. They saw the light in everyone, and they knew love had no boundaries, and so these ancestors were ones who spoke up for other people. They spoke up for the underdogs, and they spoke up for people who couldn't stand up for themselves, who were too scared to stand up for themselves, and they might have gotten themselves in trouble for this, but they definitely thought that this was worth it. And I'm feeling that this is something strong in you right now. This is passed down in you from your bloodline. That you really care for the underdog. You really care for people who are having a hard time and who have like mental health kind of problems, or not to say problems, but who struggle with their mental health. This is something that you carry in yourself because these ancestors passed down their visions and their ideals to you of love and seeing a higher vision and a higher purpose and a higher meaning, a deeper meaning, more intimacy, more comfort, a sense of belonging to people. They're bringing you the courage to be you, to stand up for yourself and to speak your truth, to rise above the kind of worldly problems, to rise above these fears and see the world as abundant, as overflowing. That's what these ancestors really want you to know, is that you don't need to cling on to the past, because there's so much more when you rise above the clouds and when you allow yourself to overflow with this love energy that they're pouring onto you. They're pouring on their love energy to you always. And they want you to speak your truth. They don't want you to hold yourself back. They don't want you paralyzed in fear. They're sending you their love. So let me roll a dice to see who are you? Who are the ancestors of pile 1? Virgo energy, this is like sacred priestess, virgin goddesses. It's a very like a very helpful, service-oriented virgin energy, like Virgo energy. First house energy, I'm feeling like with first house, this is something that they're really passing on to you. They're passing on their love to you. You carry a lot of qualities of your ancestors in yourself. And with the Mars energy, that has to do with actions, desires, it's masculine energy. So I'm feeling like these were people who really went out there, who were like activists, who stood up for themselves, who stood up for others. with integrating and digesting experience right here, I am feeling like they are helping you to recover from past experiences, so you don't dwell on these experiences, because I see these as connected, as being that there are some things from your past that are kind of keeping you a little blocked, like a little scared, and having anxiety from moving on from that, and they're helping you to integrate and digest these experiences to be able to move on and heal and restore and be in your own truth. To be in your own truth again and not in someone else's truth. Because these are very visionary ancestors. They're all about truth and all about justice. They're all about love and compassion, vision. They really are very real people. They're very authentic. They're not about hiding away from the darkness. They want it to be faced, they want it to be healed, and they want it to be reconciled. Very nurturing energy. Like very Cancerian energy. I just dropped the dice. We got 3 third house energy. Just third house. I think that's just what I'm taking. Okay. Who are you? Who are the ancestors for pile 1? So Taurus energy has to do with the earth, its stability, it's very grounded, slow, stubborn. So these are people who are very connected with the earth. Maybe you have some sort of like people who are kind of shamans or medicine women around you, people who know the earth, people who are connected and were very grounded in the earth. The South Node is the past, it's what you're familiar with. I really feel like you carry a lot of these qualities within you. You carry a lot of this connection to earth within you. You carry this nurturing and loving energy in yourself. These have been passed down to you. They really send you this. You're kind of a direct channel of your ancestors. I'm going to read to you the Miriam. So if you don't want to hear this, I don't know if there's going to be more messages, but I'm going to read you the card, the Miriam. The Miriam, which means the beloved, are twin flame angels who come as one. They are mirror images of each other. They are the angels who appeared to Mary Magdalene in the tomb of Jesus after his passing. These angels spoke directly to Mary and helped her to move beyond her grief so that she was able to commune with Jesus once more. They can help us move beyond the cloud of grief too. They heal grievances of all kinds, including ones that have been created by religion, or the idea that God does not love or accept us because of a mistake we once made. The Miriam help us remember that we don't need to ask God for forgiveness because he never condemned us in the first place. So seeing a lot of South Node energy come up, your ancestors are helping you to heal these grievances from the past, these fears, these traumas from the past. They're helping you to do this. They're helping you to get more grounded and more stable and more comfortable on this earth plane. There is a real opportunity for you to move beyond grief or grievance at this time. The Miriam are here swirling their holy light all around you so that you can regain a sense of union with Spirit. You are loved beyond words. Choose to see the light of God in everyone and everything, to love without boundaries. Honor yourself and honor others with your sacred vision. You are in a space of deep healing and forgiveness. Choosing to see the light of the world will help you grow even more. So these ancestors are helping you to see truth. They're helping you to see the light. They really love you. They're helping you to, take some time and meditate and rest in some way and feel their love overpouring on you. They're helping you to integrate these experiences. They're helping you to digest. They're helping you to see the vision, see the truth of it, see the purpose, and see the meaning of it so that you can move on and heal. Very nurturing and loving ancestors that you have, and they're here for you, and they want you to know this, which is why you're on this video. You wouldn't be on this video if they didn't want you to know this, because they really want you to experience the abundance in life and not have this experience of not being being able to feel this abundance. But if you have moved on, then these ancestors have been aiding you in this process. They've been aiding you in finding this abundance in life and finding this overflowing source of love within yourself and around you, and healing these past experiences that have really wounded your sense of self. And so this is what I have for you for the pile 1. I'm really like focusing on this like Vesca Pisces here as well. But this is what I have for you. So, you know, open yourself up and trust the messages you receive and speak your truth. Your ancestors are helping you to do this. They've been sending you all this. They've been sending you a lot of courage and love and vision to see above it. And so this is what I have for you. Thank you for watching, everyone. Please comment, and I'll see you next time. Hello, everyone who shows the butterflies. So we're asking upon, who are your ancestors? These people went for what they wanted. These people were very assertive. They were very focused on what they wanted. I think that these people, I'm seeing a cultist for some, that they really explored intellectual studies and mysteries of life. They wanted to know they were really on a quest. They were always on an adventure. They were always exploring. They were adventurous. They were kind of blocked off from others. They weren't like, they were just very focused on them, on their quest. They were very focused on their quest. We have faith. These were people who did have a lot of faith in that wherever they went, like whatever happened, they would be okay. They had a lot of trust in the universe on their journeys and on their quests. They kind of like would go after things that others might say is like dumb or like, why would you do that? But these people were like, no, I know the universe has my back. So these people did have a lot of trust in the universe that they would always be okay in whatever they would do, wherever they would go, whatever they're exploring, that they would be okay. These people traveled a lot. So, Serapis Bay, Ascension. Move into your true self, rise above the darkness, the light is here. These people were really on like a quest. I feel like they were seeking enlightenment in some way. Like they were really seeking the mysteries of life. They probably were spiritual people. They probably were some sort of, you know, into the occult or spirituality. Even like hermit type people in ashrams of sorts, even those kind of people. They really were not into the like pettiness of the world. They wanted to create their own ship and sail. Like they weren't really into this like 3D world. They were into like what's behind what's going on. I am getting that vibe of like that very like Egyptian ancestors from ancient Egypt, like Kemet, people, you know, from those kind of areas like Nile River, Egypt. But that's really what's coming through for this. These were very wisdom, psychic, intuition, truth. These were people who were very, very psychic, intuitive. They were very connected to the universe. They were connected to the mysteries of life. See, these people were on their quest. They were reading books. They were discovering, they were searching and seeking truth. And they're helping you right now to do this too. They're helping you to seek the information that you need to move beyond the darkness and find the light. They send you like these sparks. Can be messages that your ancestors send you claircognizantly, where you just get a spark of information and you don't know how you know something. I feel like that these ancestors do this for you. They send you a message claircognizantly, or they kind of send you flashes of insights though. The way that they send you messages is like just like boom, like there it is, like a lot of synchronicity around you maybe, which you need to pay attention to, breathe and become aware. I feel like these ancestors are trying to send you a lot of messages for yourself to help you to move on from the darkness, and they always are, because these were people who were really about the mysteries in life. They were really maybe into occult knowledge, maybe in mystery schools, maybe they were in some sort of cults, or in some sort of, what are those called when you're in a group of with people that you do rituals with? A coven? But I'm feeling like these ancestors are really all about like intuition, truth, following your inner voice, following your inner guidance. They send you a lot of messages. They're always guiding you, like these ancestors beyond you. They want you to have faith and trust that the universe does have your back. They're sending you towards studies that they want you to look at too. They may speak to you, like tell you, like show you books that you should read, or some form of information, send you videos in a way that they think will get you into your true self, because these ancestors are all about truth. They're all about being you. They're all about being authentic. They're all about finding yourself in some way. They're on that quest, they were on that quest, on that journey. They're helping you do the same too. I do get like a vibe from your ancestors that they were very like royal people. Like they had they were wearing like a lot of gold and gems and like emeralds, like very nice gemstones. And they were very focused. They were very focused on what they wanted to achieve always. And that's why they're helping you do this, because this is something that they've of course mastered, and they're helping you to ascend out of darkness and see the light of the truth of your inner self. They're helping you to explore those parts of yourself and explore those mysteries and explore the unknown, helping you to achieve success. If you just pay attention to the signs and symbols around you, they send you a lot. Like I'm telling you, they send you a lot. Because that's really something coming through. Like they're always guiding you. They're always there for you, and they love doing it. Actually, they like it. So don't feel bad if you're not listening. If you haven't listened to any other signs and symbols. But if you have this goal in mind right now, they're really helping you to get the information that you need to achieve it. They're helping you to achieve all the successes in your life. Just pay attention, listen to yourself, listen to their wisdom, your wisdom. Pay attention to the signs and symbols around you, because they're helping you to achieve this success that you're really focused on, like this information, this truth that you're trying to find, this whatever this is, whatever this quest is that you're trying to get on, whatever information you're trying to run into, they're guiding you towards whatever it is that you're seeking. So I'm going to read you the card for Serapis Bey, and then I'm going to roll the dice for you. Serapis Bey is the light keeper in charge of ascension. He once served as a priest in Luxor, Egypt, helping those pass on to cross over into light. Now he is a presence we can call on in order to ascend. Ascension means rising up. It reminds us of the story of Christ being resurrected after death. This means that Serapis Bey can guide us from the lowest states of being back to the light. His energy is almost like that of a phoenix, giving us the support to move out of our own hell or darkness into a space that supports our growth. And that is what he is helping you, what your ancestors are helping you to do. They really embody this energy. They're helping you to move out of any darkness that you have and gain success. They're helping you with your gaining success and moving on, achieving victory, movement, travel. So who are you? Who are the ancestors? So with our second house energy, we have your self-worth, your value, your resources, your possessions, your security. And landing on the Knight of Swords, this is something about, they're helping you to come into information that's going to help you in terms of your own worth and value or possessions in some way, to help you gain more resources, to help you know how you can make more income. They're helping you to find information though that is going to increase your sense of worth and value, whether that is seen in the physical world or not. With the moon energy, this has to do with your mother. This is your roots. This is your instincts. This also connects with like your ancestors too. So you might be healing things that have been in your bloodline and in your ancestry. You might be moving on from a lot of these things and finding emotional comfortability, meeting your emotional needs now, finding what those are and meeting those needs. With Leo energy, this is about shining your light. This is creativity. This is your inner child. This is being bold. This is being confident. So these ancestors are helping you to move into a state of confidence and assurance in yourself. So who are you? Who are these ancestors? Who are you? At the moon energy again, so, you know, mothers, women, fertility type of things, your home. You might be very connected to these people. You might be someone who would even have a shrine for your ancestors, or you might be someone who speaks with the ancestors, connected with ancient Egypt or something of the sort a lot. But you're really seeking to find that this sense of emotional comfortability right now, meeting your emotional needs, feeling a sense of belonging in this world. With Gemini energy, this has to do with communication. Gemini is also the twin, so it represents multiple ancestors, multiple endeavors, multiple communications. This is your mind, it's your mental processing, it's, you know, your day-to-day conversations. So they're helping you to run into just information that's going to help you to function in your day-to-day life, and just information that's going to help you in general, communications with people that's going to help you in general to achieve this success. And seventh house energy has to do with your partnerships, your relationships, how you relate to other people. So these ancestors are helping you in terms of your relationships and how you relate to others as well. They may be kind of bringing people around you that are going to be beneficial for you and what you're trying to do. So with Serapis Bey as well, the stars cannot shine without darkness. You may have experienced a low state of being, trauma, or depression, but this is a new beginning. Become aware of growth. There is always room for improvement. There is also a sense of presentation now. You may be receiving documentation or certification to acknowledge your growth to experience. It's important to cherish this time and to realize that without the challenges or obstacles you have faced, you wouldn't be as strong, powerful, or focused as you are today. You are ascending personally and spiritually at this time, and the universe is here to support it. So these ancestors, they're very strong presence, they're very wise, they're very capable people, and this is why these ancestors, they're helping you to become strong, powerful, and focused. They're really helping you come out of this state of trauma and really come into your true state of being. And so, just have faith, have trust. So that is what I have for you. For those of you who chose the pile 2, thank you for watching, everyone. Please comment and like the video, and I'll see you next time. Hello everyone who chose this black feather. So let's see who your ancestors are. Wow, the sun. So these might have been people who were famous. These might have been people in the limelight. These might have been people who were very conscious and awake in some way. These might have been people well known. These might have been people who were leaders, who were authority figures, who were just very true to themselves in general. Loyalty, very loyal to themselves and the needs of others, those around them. Very loyal, generous people. So we got our Dancer Prince, the Hermit, and Lady Portia, Divine Order. Do what you feel is right. An important lesson is unfolding. So, I feel like your ancestors were people who were very connected to themselves and the universe around them in general. They really followed their heart, and they followed their dreams, and they followed their passions. They're on their inner quest, their inner journey. They were very mystical people, maybe sages, very enlightened type of people. Like they were very aware of what's going on around them. But what I'm seeing, since they always did what they felt was right, they always did what they felt was right. These are people who were very connected to their intuition and their inner self and who they truly and authentically are, and they always were loyal to themselves and their values and to those around them. They always did what they felt was right though. Even if it didn't seem like it to other people, within they always followed their inner guidance. They always followed their heart. They always followed their intuition. So, you have a lot of majors coming in for you right now. Your ancestors might be important in your life in some way, and if they're not, they are a strong influence on who you are right now. You may carry a lot of these traits in yourself right now, because these ancestors send you messages claircognizantly, so inner knowing, where you just know something. They send you a lot of messages that way. And these were people who had to kind of rebuild their life. Like they had to be adaptable. These were people who had to be very adaptable in their life, because something about the environment that they were living in was very changeable, and they were always having to be like nomads. They were always having to find home anywhere. That's why they had their home within. They had their home within because everywhere, like wherever they were staying, was not stable and was not comfortable. But they really gained this sense of vitality inside of themselves rather than relying on the towers and the structures outside of them. That's funny, we have a feather. So with right coming through, right. Well, for one thing, this can be literal. Like these people might have written books. They might have been authors in some way. They might send you messages through feathers as well. Maybe that's why you picked this feather, so you can get this message. And these are ancestors that come through a lot through your writing. Like, whether you know it or not, you might be channeling, maybe doing like channeled messages in your writing, and you might not realize. But you can access communication with these ancestors through writing. And also with right, that can be like right to me, like R-I-G-H-T, like always doing what's right. They always did what they felt within was right for them. Spiritual architecture, manifestation. These people, they were very spiritual. They were very connected intuitively. They always did what they thought was right. Even when even when things were crashing and burning around them, they had their spiritual architecture within, which is what kept them so vital and stable and grounded in themselves. Because these people had this inner, security, a very strong inner security, and a very strong heart. They had a heart of gold. They were loyal to people around them, and maybe a little too loyal. Maybe a little too loyal sometimes, because I'm feeling like they were there for a lot of people, but something that they had to go through was that the people that they trusted just destroying everything that they just did in some way, like, which did leave them in a sense of being fearful from having like fears around their survival and their security because of the people around them who they trusted, who they built this around, and then they just went behind their back or something and just completely destroyed something for them. So this is why they had to develop this spiritual architecture within and to really trust their inner knowing. But these were people who might have spent a lot of their life in solitude in some way, and getting a sense of alchemists, just people who were private, like in their own studies. It's like some of these people were really focused on their own studies. I'm going to read you Lady Portia, and I'm going to then roll the dice for you. This powerful goddess is a figure of justice and peace. She brings order and opportunity to every experience. As the Lord of Karma, she also regulates the law of cause and effects. She helps us recognize the impact of our judgments, choices, and actions on ourselves and the world. She is the twin flame of Saint Germain, so is strongly connected to the violet flame energy. Together, these twin flames can work as overseers of legal situations. Justice is an energy that's about honoring everyone involved rather than punishing bad behavior. Lady Portia helps us to do what is right morally and spiritually for our soul's growth. So you might have been someone who struggles with that, and this is why your ancestors are helping you in staying true to yourself and staying true to just doing what is right. Because there might have been things that have been tempting or you've done out of fear, and your ancestors are helping you to stay on track and to do what is right. To stay loyal to your authenticity and to not just throw away all your morals and boundaries because something came in that was maybe scary, like remember this tower experience. But your ancestors are helping you remain that sense of morality in some way. So, who are you? Who are these ancestors? Who are you? Aries energy is very confident. They're leaders. They're assertive. They're all about the I am presence. And 7th house energy has to do with your partnerships, your relationships, how you relate to other people. It also has to do with like legal matters sometimes as well. And the sun has to do with your self-expression, your vitality, your conscious awareness, your joy, what brings you life, what brings you purpose and meaning in your life. Like, this is you. So your ancestors were people who were who had to be leaders, who had to stand up for themselves. Like, I do feel like they had things in their partnerships and in their relationships where they got burned, and this is why they had to start relying on themselves and looking within instead of to another person. But overall, yeah, they were very big personalities. They might have been really dramatic. So who were you guys? Who are you guys? Ninth house energy has to do with your belief systems, it's your philosophies, it's your religions, it's your sense of faith, you know, belief, optimism, long distance travels. That's why I do feel like these people, a lot of these beliefs are the same beliefs that you have. The sense of being loyal to people, the sense of standing up for people and staying, you know, this is something that you carry in yourself, basically. Jupiter energy, again, that has to do with your faith, belief, optimism. And the Cancerian energy is very nurturing energy. It's a very empathetic energy, divine feminine type of very motherly energy. So these were people who were had a lot of generosity and faith in them. They were charitable. They were, you know, very kind nature, very good nature. But I do think they might have overdone things sometimes. They might have gone overboard, and so like it's important to kind of keep things in balance for them. Because they love to embrace life in general. But they were very nurturing. They were there for people. They were loyal to people. They took care of people. And these are probably qualities, some of these that you carry in yourself as well. Your ancestors help you to do this. They help you to find your sense of vitality and stability within relationships, within this world, within these structures, within your own belief systems, within yourself, helping you to develop that spiritual architecture within and find your own emotional comfortability, find your own laws and reasonings, what's true for you and not what someone else wrote down on a list and told you what is right for you. These are people who are helping you to find that within you that is your truth and what makes you feel comfortable, your spiritual architecture within. What does your heart tell you? Not what a force outside of you was saying. It's about looking within and staying true to your own beliefs and true to yourself, developing that for you, very personal. And so right now a call for justice is being brought into your space. Even if this means you will lose out, there really is no loss in the highest state of truth. Act from your heart, see the other person's point of view, and surrender your pride so that you are coming from a loving space. If you've made choices that weren't for your highest good, admit it. Through your honesty, you're releasing any karmic bonds or anchors of fear from your energy. Take the time to learn from the situation, and if you're involved in any legal issues, know that Lady Portia and the Angels of Justice are gathering around to honor everyone involved. And so these were people that had to learn how to see things from another's point of view and acting from the highest state of truth. Very honest people, though. They really mastered this for themselves, which is why they're helping you do the same right now, possibly. So this is what I have for you, everyone. Thank you for watching. Please leave me a comment, and I'll see you. Hello, those of you who chose this green calcite. So let's see who your ancestors were. The Wheel of Fortune and Joy. The World. Faith. Humanity and benevolence. Stay calm, trust in the good of yourself and others, see the light in the world. So these were people who had a lot of faith in the world and in the universe, because this is the card of Jupiter. Jupiter is all about joy, like faith, love, expansion. So this is coming through very strongly with your ancestors. They had a strong sense of faith and a strong sense of charity. They might have been very religious or very spiritual in some way, or had a very well developed belief systems in their self and their own moralities. But these were people who had a lot of faith in the universe. They were very optimistic people. They might have had a lot of like Jupiter, Sagittarius, ninth house energy, which is, you know, being charitable, being adventurous, having strong convictions, beliefs. Sometimes Sagittarians are very blunt. They're not trying to be rude, but they can come off as rude to people because they're so honest. But these were people who were very benevolent. They were very generous, charitable people. They loved life. They loved life. They had a lot of faith. Got the Six of Pentacles, Celestial Assistance, and the Magician. They shared this joy with others too. These were people who really carried a lot of light in them. Like they were, that looked like for a second that looked like a plant. Like I started thinking about Wall-E, you know, like when he has the plant in the shoe. Like shamans, maybe they were shamanic, or they worked with plants, plant energy, gardeners in some way. But these were people who were very devoted, very what's the word, like very spiritually, had a lot of that spiritual flame ignited in them, like the hearth, the home and the hearth. Like goddess Vesta, if you know who that is, she was the goddess of the home, of like kind of that spiritual fire within. Vesta was a sacred priestess, like a virgin goddess. So your ancestors might have even been like sacred priestesses, sacred goddesses. Celestial assistance, angelic messages, guidance, enlightenment. I'm feeling like these ancestors are some of your spirit guides right now. That these ancestors are now in some way, or these ancestors, some way they're connected with angelic energy. Or like, as I'm seeing all these like goddesses here, some of your ancestors may have been some sort of important royal, something in the bloodline being very, very sacred energy, very sacred, pure energy, light energy with these ancestors. I'm getting a sense like that these ancestors were people who were probably some sort of druids, magicians, wizards. They practiced like tantra, sacred sex, like you know, people who practiced some sort of magic or ritual in their life. I feel like ritual was very important to these ancestors. Maybe they were in covens. Partnership was important to them. Their relationships were important to them. They might have been like a power duo. They might have been with someone that they didn't really separate from, like they were always together, you know, like twin flame type of relationship, as they say. But I'm feeling like some of your ancestors are now your own spirit guides. Centering in divine light. We have Archangel Metatron coming in twice now. So Archangel Metatron may be very relevant to you. He might be one of your spirit guides, or he might be connected or related, like that energy of Archangel Metatron, centering in divine light. These were people who were in their own power. Imagination, creativity, a lot of sexual energy too. Like that's why I'm feeling that sacred priestess energy. And I see the mother maiden crone here. This is like very divine feminine, but also divine masculine. This is a very nice balance between the two. I'm going to read to you Faith. I'll also be rolling the dice for you. Okay. Faith is the archangel who is focused on bringing out our benevolence. She's the twin flame of Archangel Michael and is on a divine mission to help us recognize that humans are basically good and aligned with love. Just like her name, she is all about faith and trust. She reminds us that the world has taught us to believe that we are separate from love, and that if we begin to see the good in others, then we will start to cultivate a loving experience of the world around us. So your ancestors really did see the good in others. Like, seeing these cards, they had no problem with coming together with people for a united purpose. They were so joyful. They held so much happiness in them. They held all this, like, they were just a light to be around. They were just this loving presence to enter in a room. And they held all this light, centering in divine light. They always saw the good in others. They always did. And this is why they saw the world around them as such a joyful and amazing and sacred place. Probably they were, I feel like they were some sort of, if not, they were like a sacred priestess or something. They might have been doing something involving sexual energy, or very creative people, very good at manifesting things, like, you know, like I said, like wizards, witches type of people. But they, like a white witch though, as they would call it, a white witch. They worked with, you know, healing others, helping others to see the light in general. Like, these were people who, your ancestors were people who helped others rise above, like, worldly kind of things. Some of these ancestors might have been renunciate to, like, money. For some reason I'm getting that they saw more value in connecting with other people than any sort. This might have been very spiritual, you know. They might have not seen much importance or value in like a lot of material stuff. But I don't feel like they went too far with anything. They seem very balanced people. It's really, you know, a very nice presence to have around you. They're really helping you to be the master of your own life, to know, like, you have all the resources you need, even people, to get together with people and share together, and there's nothing to be afraid of here, and that they're always here to help you. They're always here to assist you. They send you a lot of messages. These are people who, these ancestors, a lot of them are probably also operating as spirit guides or working together. These ancestors help you to maintain your spiritual flame. Like, this is what they did, and that's why you kind of hold this energy within you, because these ancestors have gifted this to you as well. Very, you know, strong, capable people. They did, but loving strength, compassion. Very sexual, creative energy. Stay calm and breathe. You are a divine being of love who has done so much good in the world. You may be going through personal transformations and feel that you're not getting anywhere, but Archangel Faith is drawing close to guide you beyond your limitations that your ego or fears have created for you. You may be trying to work out whom to trust. First, trust yourself. When you do this and recognize that you are made of love, you will attract those who reflect that love and can enjoy true friendships and loving relationships. Know that good is here to stay. So if you have had problems with your relationships, these ancestors are really helping you to find those people to trust yourself, to center in that divine light, to know you, to do your thing, and you will attract that joy around you when you really hone in on that spiritual flame, when you focus in on that divine, like that always burning sacred fire within you. They're helping you to end a lot of karmic chapters in your life. They're helping you to move on. Like, I'm seeing these ancestors as the type to help you rise above, like, get out of the wheel of karma and rise into divine, just centering in divine light and getting off the wheel. So, who were you? Who are you? The moon does have to do with your instincts, your roots, your ancestry, your mother, what makes you feel emotionally secure, what makes you feel emotionally comfortable within. So this is something your ancestors are really helping you to do this, to find all the resources that you need, whether that's, you know, you and all, even people, trusting people. So these are people who were magicians, they were wizards, they were they knew how to use their resources, whether physical, mental, spiritual. They knew how to utilize everything for their benefit. 12th house energy is dreams, it's creativity, it's illusions, it's imagination. It's they call it the house of loss. It's lost materially, but spiritually it's where you gain, where everything retracts. So you gain spiritually in this area of your life. So these ancestors might really come through for you in terms of your dreams or meditations or any sort of spiritual endeavor that you do. Because this is what they were very focused on. They were very focused on, you know, more spiritual realms in life, the unexplainable. Aquarian energy, your ancestors were people who were very original. They were very unique. They might have been outcast, but if they were, that's something that they were okay with. But these were people who were very unique and original and humanitarian, always wanting the best for the world and for humanity. So who are you guys? We had the moon again landing on celestial assistance. I do feel like a lot of your ancestors are now your spirit guides, as I said. And with Aries energy, this has to do with your self-assertion, your confidence, your I am type of presence. So this is like maintaining your sense of self within relationships, like a balance in relationships. 8th house energy does have to do with intimacy. It has to do with like taboos, shared resources, and it has to do with transformation. It's the house of sex, death, and healing. So these were realms that your ancestors were very connected to. Maybe like, you know, hidden knowledge, hidden realms, intimacy, sharing, things like that, transformation. Maybe they were into like psychic endeavors or just things that are hidden in general, mediumship. Maybe they were connected with guides or did some sort of work like dark magic. Well, I don't see dark magic. I see magic in general. But yeah, that's who these ancestors were. So, and who they are, and they're around you right now. And that's why you're on this video. So there's also a rainbow on my wall right now, which I'm gonna show you, which is really cool, which is really crazy right now. So your guys' ancestors are here for it. They're here for you. They are here to help you in any endeavors. And let me show you this rainbow on the wall. Okay, see, it's right there. So it's reflecting off of, I didn't know that was going to happen, by the way, but it's reflecting off of a pumpkin in my room. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Please like and comment the video, and I'll see you